So you were used to being surrounded by lots of people. Then when you went to Paris, I think you were about, what, age 17 at the time?
I was 17, and I was young and very immature, and I guess extremely shy and depended everything on my parents, because I was very protected when I was a kid. So I was frightened when I went to Paris to school. I didn't know how to live by myself, because I was scared, basically, and lonely, and extremely homesick. I remember I wrote my father and begged him to let me come home. I said, please let me come back. Yeah.
But you went to, in case anyone wants to follow in your footsteps, the Chambre syndicale de la couture parisienne.
That's right.
Was that a good school?
It's supposed to be the best at the time, and I believe it's probably still considered one of the finest fashion schools in the world. And I believe that a lot of respected designers went to that school as well, such as Kenzo, Yves Saint Laurent, and designers like that. And it was a wonderful experience for me, and looking back, I think I was very fortunate to get my training in that school. It was a lot of hard times in the beginning from someone that didn't know very much about fashion, have absolutely no knowledge or interest in sewing or doing drapings. It was tough, I remember screamed by my teachers all the time, like, ooh la la, what have you done? And her face turned red, and she used a red pencil and, do a big cross on my canvas, and then I'd be shaking, getting so upset, But I guess I learned a lot of discipline from that school, because, they taught things the French way. This is the right way to do it. This is the wrong way to do it, and they remember, one of the things the school really put emphasis on is simplicity, and elegance. Everything has to be elegant. Even when you do drawing, the way the model, the position of the model should be elegant. And I think it's good. It's very nice.
So you learned all the old-fashioned, not very fun parts of fashion there. That sewing, stitching, these.
That's right, by hand,
detail.
because it's a couture school. So you learn a lot of little, details, like, even say how to iron a garment properly. And we don't have electric irons, and that was way back in the late 60s. And it was basically a piece of iron on a hot stove, and we have to use a piece of leather to hold the handle, because otherwise you get burned. And they teach you how to stretch the fabric, say on a collar, how to make the collar roll and fall nicely. So you wet it with another piece of cloth, and then you use the iron to do like that. I burned quite a few pieces of the garment, but I learned, yeah.